Last year, we held our event at LaBelle Winery. We had a well-attended event. There were libations, hot and cold hors d'oeuvres. My son drove down from school in Burlington, Vermont, and it turned into one of the best nights of my life, and I'll never forget it. I spoke about change, how it would always be needed to have improvement, and that it never stops. I promised that I would not waver in facing the future because of the optimism I felt in our strength as an association, the realtor unity that holds us together. Then COVID-19 came upon us. The true test of leadership is how well we function in a crisis, how we do when we are faced with adversity. Events, awards, and recognition are definitely part of leadership, but they're merely the trappings, not the job. The job of leadership is shaping our direction, to set the tone, to set the pace, to offer guidance to all members, to ensure the leadership team is fulfilling their role, and to ensure that morale remains high so the members are motivated to do their very best in serving the public. With the pandemic, our board leadership had to make many unexpected changes because we were basically in uncharted waters. It started with us receiving our first coronavirus notice from NHAR on March 10th. Look how long ago that was. And the subsequent canceling of our March 12th Board of Directors meeting. Later that day, we postponed the popular casino bus trip, and yes, I got feedback on that one. On March 13th, Governor Sununu declared a state of emergency because of the virus. So we suspended all events and classes scheduled for March. That was the beginning. On March 18th, NAR announced mid-year legislative meetings would be held virtually. We'd never done that before either. Fortunately, because NHAR actively lobbied the governor, Governor Sununu agreed, thankfully, to consider our services essential because we help people buy and sell large assets. It's not a hobby. Enter face masks and hand sanitizer, exit hugs and handshakes. Rather quickly, we had found our crisis. And it got worse. On May 4th, we lost our NHAR CEO, Paul Griffin, who was a good friend. It was a huge loss. On June 17th, faced with COVID-19 and family considerations, our association executive, Donna Wheeler, unexpectedly submitted her resignation, effective July 31st. Then on July 31st, we lost our beloved Diana Dunning, the NHAR leadership coordinator, who Bill will tell you always had a smile for everybody. All our meetings and events canceled. But this is why we have leadership. Our board of directors had its first Zoom meeting on April 1st. And Zoom meetings are the new normal for meetings, at least for now. And we've gotten pretty good at them. On May 8th, Cheryl Kula stepped up as chair of our Contingency Emergency Plan Task Force. She and her committee did an awesome job. They crushed it. The 2020 budget had to be revised because of all the changes. And there were major changes needed. And then we had to rethink the 2021 budget for things that we hadn't anticipated. I can tell you that Kimberly LaFleur does her best work under pressure. Oh, and by the way, in her spare time, she went through the GMNBR policy manual and made 3 years worth of revisions. And I think she had fun doing that. On June 11th, my president-elect Chris Ware set up the building committee chaired by Bob James as we prepare for the end of 2021 because we plan ahead. That's what we do. On August 18th, we hired our new association executive, Missy German, and I'm very happy to say that she hit the ground running. I would say that Maggie Kirchhoff and the search committee did a great job. We expanded our leadership criteria and had the largest slate of nominees ever. Kudos to Chris and Kathy Snyder and the nominating committee. And it gratifies me to see so many new faces on our leadership team. This is the best way to present diversity to the public is by presenting it ourselves. In November, we reviewed our updated strategic plan, chaired by Chris again and Lydia Foley. Great job. Susan Robinson chaired an education subcommittee to revise live stream class protocol. We didn't even talk about live stream class protocol this time last year. And here we are today, a small group with much less fanfare than last year, but ready to face the challenges of 2021. I want to thank our 2020 leadership team for their exemplary efforts in the face of adversity. I am truly grateful to each and every one of you. It was an honor to serve the membership with you working with me. Thanks so much. Now I'm very excited to recognize our 2020 award winners, our Honor Society members, and our RPAC Club members. But first, I have a few special announcements. Every year, the outgoing president recognizes a member who has been instrumental in helping the president fulfill his obligations to the board, someone who has gone above and beyond. And this year's President Award has to go to Kimberly LaFleur. Kimberly is a past president and she's a past board Realtor of the Year. She stepped into the treasurer's role when we lost our treasurer unexpectedly. She redid the 2020 budget. She had to work with me and Chris, and we are not financial advisors. She completed the budget with us for 2021. And again, in her free time, she updated 3 years of policy manual revision. So thanks so much, Kimberly. You rocked it this year. Thank you. This next presentation is literally a Lifetime Achievement Award few of us will attend. The Realtor Emeritus status recognizes members who have 40 years of membership and have completed at least 1 year of service at the National Association level. This member joined NHAR in 1980 as a member of the North Country Board, probably the smallest board in the state. But he was an NAR delegate in 1997 when he served as board president. He has covered all the bases, much like our installer this evening. He's been a salesperson, a manager, an owner, an educator, a trainer, an entrepreneur. And it's my pleasure to induct our friend, John Doran. Last year's Realtor of the Year was our past president, Kathy Snyder. Thank you very much, Kathy. Our affiliate of the year was also the chair of our affiliate committee, Karen Duchesne. Our Big Neighbor Award winner this year was Lisa Brochu for her efforts at the Deerfield Food Pantry. And as the assistant manager of the Nottingham Food Pantry, I'm not her competition, we share. Now we are going to recognize the 2020 Honor Society membership. Now I get to recognize the 2020 RPAC IMF Club members. Thanks to all of you, well deserved. Bill Weidecker has been in New Hampshire real estate since 1983, believe it or not. So my expectation is that he is among the few that will qualify to be inducted, as John Doran and Sharon Kelly have been with Realtor Emeritus status. I hope you do, Bill. You deserve it. Bill has served as president twice, has been named Realtor of the Year twice. And I will tell you that since starting with Keller Williams in 2004, Bill's enjoyed watching Keller Williams Metropolitan grow and earn top status in New Hampshire. And I am very pleased for him and for all you associates here. This is a great office. So this evening's installing officer, Bill Weidecker.
First of all, it's an honor, Chris, for you to ask me to do this for you, and I'm very honored to install you the incoming president of the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors this evening. I first got a chance to know Chris years ago when my wife Diane and her two girls moved up from Boston up here to New Hampshire and into Bedford, and the two girls got a chance to know Skylar and of course Kayla and Connor, and the kids have a way of bringing families together. They just do, and we got to become friends in that way. And then a few years later, Chris was very active in volunteerism, as you'll hear throughout the evening here. But he was a volunteer coach, basketball coach, and asked me if I'd be willing to help be an assistant coach on a basketball team. And what a slightly overweight, short, middle-aged man who knows nothing about basketball. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about Chris. Why he asked me is still beyond me, but I enjoyed that year, and we got a chance to know each other a little bit better. And you know, the real estate business is a second career for Chris, but it is one that about 5 years ago he got into and has built. Chris and Lynn have built a very successful real estate practice, and that doesn't happen by luck. It happens with a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, and you should be proud of what you built in a very short amount of time. He's also served as the Bedford Rotary Club president. His volunteerism is really in his heart and in his blood, and it's no surprise to me that in a short amount of time you got involved with the Board of Realtors, and now you're going to be serving as our president in 2021, and couldn't be more proud of you this evening in doing that. So would you please come up here and join me? Now would you please raise your right hand? So far you're doing very well. Now Chris, do you solemnly and sincerely swear that you will administer the office of the president to which you've been elected to the best of your ability, in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors, that you will uphold and support the New Hampshire Real Estate Commission in the enforcement of its license law, that you will uphold and support your state and national associations, that you will in all accounts be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interests of our state, the higher purposes of your board, and the welfare of its membership. Do you so subscribe?
I do.
You may lower your hand. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, Chris, I do hereby proclaim you to be duly installed as president of the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors, and my congratulations to you in your year 2021 to serve as our president.
Thank you, Bill.
Congratulations. First of all, the passing of the gavel to you is for your year. Hopefully you don't need to clobber anybody with that. And your realtor pin. 2021 board president. There you are, sir.
I'm honored to install your 2021 Executive Board Officers and Directors for the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors. Will the following people join me? Elizabeth LeClaire Furbush, May Balsama, and Steve White. And I think Rachel Bohawk and I believe Kathy Snyder might be online too. Joining us remotely is also Carol Griffin, Bob James, Kathy McCarthy, Effie Sorrentino, Penny Chavette, Susan Robinson, and Cheryl Pula. So during this coming year, you'll be identified as the official representatives of the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors by the business community. As the newly elected officials, you are accepting an important position of leadership. You will be called upon for guidance and advice on industry problems and business issues throughout the Manchester-Nashua area. In accepting this position, you are agreeing to dedicate yourself to work for the welfare of your fellow realtors, community, state, and nation. Your reward will be great as you gain new understanding that comes to those who willingly share their knowledge and time. I thank you for accepting your board's challenge and wish you success in 2021. Please raise your right hands. Do you solemnly and sincerely swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability in conformity with the Constitution and bylaws of the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors, that you will observe and enforce the Realtors Code of Ethics, that you will uphold and support the New Hampshire Real Estate Commission and its enforcement of licensed law, that you will uphold and support your state and national associations, that you will in all accounts be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and endeavor to promote the safeguard that the best interest of our state, the higher purpose of your board, and the welfare of its membership. Do you subscribe?
I do.
You may lower your hands. By the virtue and authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim each of you to be duly installed to the office to which you have been elected. My sincere congratulations to each of you as a year 2021 officer of the Greater Manchester-Nashua Board of Realtors.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Steve, you're not only my mentor through the year, but you became a friend, and I appreciate that. I'm really sad that we were unable to go to mid-years in Washington, D.C. and to go down to the NAR conference in New Orleans. I would love to spend more time with you. But you know what? You definitely showed me how to be a leader, and you're going to help me be extra special in 2021. So I appreciate it. There's the plaque. Again, like I said, membership, the board, we all appreciate everything you did through 2020. It wasn't an easy one, but you did great. So thank you. So I want to recognize our standing committee chairs and vice chairs. So for the Budget and Finance Committee, we have Genevieve Pandolfo and Vice Chair Dexter Ferraris. Communications team, we have Bob James as chair, and then we have Carlid Infante as vice chair. Community service, we have Holly Halverson and Martha Cossey. Education, we have Penny Chauvette and Carol Callahan. For RPAC IMF, we have Gail Athis and Linda Rosenthal. For legal, we have Maggie Kirchhoff. And then for the affiliates, we have Karen Duchesne. Hospitality, last but not least, Doreen Lindoff. I do want to and I've mentioned this before in our board meetings, we have such awesome committees, and I feel so bad for hospitality, community service, and our affiliates, because they work so hard, and we had so many great plans over 2020 that got canceled because of COVID. But you know what? They never gave up. They always had a smile on their face, and they always wanted to do the right thing. And Doreen and I know May, you guys did an awesome job, having a great installation tonight, even though we're much smaller installation. But I'm telling you guys, in 2021, for the affiliates that were part of 2020, we're just rolling your sponsorships and your monies into 2021. That's the right thing to do. Because we need to support, as GMNBR members, we have to look and see who our affiliates are, and we have to support those affiliates because they help us. They help all of us. They do trainings, they give money, and they allow us to give back to the community. And like I said, just our hospitality and community service committees are just awesome. We have some fantastic sponsors. So our platinum sponsors: Summit Title, Accurate Title, PrimeLending, Bank of New Hampshire, HarborOne Mortgage, St. Mary's Bank, Secondwind, Allstate. Our gold sponsors, we have Rueter Foundation Repair, Blue Water Mortgage, Alpha Inspection, and Fairway Independent Mortgage.